Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my scope tonight. Happy Wednesday. It is a great day to talk about our sacral chakra. As some of you may know, my name is Dionese, and I'd like to welcome all of you, my replay viewers, my live viewers, and all of my new viewers as well. If you're new, please introduce yourself. I also invite you all to share with all of your followers on Periscope, your friends on Facebook, and your friends on Twitter, my Periscope that is going on now live, so that they can also join and we can increase the number of viewers and expand our community. So thank you, everyone, for joining. My name is Dionese. I am the owner of Sexuality Power, and I am committed to helping you develop your intuition and connection to your sexuality and really live the life that you want to experience in this world. So tonight is the second night. Thank you. Hi, what's your name? Worms Recycle. I'd love to know your name, get to know you all. As I've said before, this is a community, right? We are each here supporting one another, both through space and time, and really building a sense of community. So welcome everyone. So tonight is the second night of a series of the chakra system. So we are talking about the 7 chakras. Last night we focused in on the root chakra, and we will work our way up. So for those of you who are not familiar with the chakras, it is energy system. It's an energy system. They are centers of energy, and they run up along our spine. And I'm actually going to show you an image of what the system looks like. So give me a moment. So this is the chakra system. And last night we talked about the root chakra, and today we're talking about the second one, which is the sacral chakra. So that is for y'all who are just joining and maybe didn't catch last night. If you didn't catch the scope last night and you're interested in viewing it, it's on my catch.me, and you can just do catch.me/sexualityexpert. And that will take you to my page. All of my Periscopes from day one are on there for your viewing whenever you please. So let's get into talking about the sacral chakra, right? Because it's definitely a very important chakra, especially for those of us who are focused on sexuality and deepening that relationship with it. So our sacral chakra is located right above our pelvic bone and below our navel, right? So our navel meaning our belly button, so it's right in between our pelvic bone and our belly button. So that is the center of that chakra, and like I said, it's the second chakra from the bottom of the spine up. The sacral chakra is very important because it connects to our sexuality, but it also is where the seed of who we are, of the self, really lies. So when the Sanskrit word for the sacral chakra is translated into English, that's pretty much the translation. It's the seed of the self. Right? So that has to do a lot with our emotions. It has to do a lot with how we express who we are in this world, right? Our self-expression, our sexual identity, our sexual expression as well. All of that is connected to our sacral chakra. The color associated with the sacral chakra is the color orange, right? So first tip, if you are feeling like there's a block in that sacral chakra, one of the quickest things that you can do is easily wear the color orange, visualize the color orange, really surround yourself with that color, and that does help. The element, right? So our sexuality and our sacral chakra really is rooted in water, right? And that's the element. And you know, water flows, our sexuality is fluid as well. And really honoring that, right? Honoring that also you can connect to the element of water when you're going through a challenge or when you're trying to really open up your sacral chakra. In terms of other things that are associated, show something. I don't know what you're asking me to show, but I can definitely show the symbol for the sacral chakra. So that's the symbol, and this is also something that you can visualize and connect to when you're trying to rebalance your in addition to our sexuality being associated with the sacral chakra, some other things that are associated are sense of freedom from guilt, right? So if there's a lot of guilt in your life, if you're experiencing a lot of guilt at the moment, that is an indicator that your sacral chakra is out of balance. So that's a big one right there. Also, if you're having difficulties in your relationships, that is a huge indicator as well. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, also, you know, just family relationships, work relationships, any relationship really connects back to our sacral chakra. In addition to that, you know, our sense of pleasure, right, of enjoyment comes from our sacral chakra, as well as our creativity. And that is something that I really want to hone in on, is creativity, because all of our creativity comes from our sacral chakra. And I know that that's maybe shocking to some people, new information, but that is where our creativity lies. And a lot of the time when we're growing up, you know, we have the ability and the space and the time to express our creativity through art, through play. And one of the things that we lose throughout the years is really that connection to our creativity. So one of the biggest ways that I encourage us all to connect to our sacral chakra is through connection to playful things, right? So engaging in play as if you were a child, engaging in art, in creating something, right? So not just building something, right? Like if you build something, but also if you're cooking, that's a form of creation. If you are sewing something, putting something together, solving a problem, right? Finding a new solution to an old problem, that is you expressing your creativity. So sometimes, sometimes we have to really step outside of the traditional thinking of creativity, right? Where it's really, you know, when you think of people who are creative, you automatically think of artists. That's not the only way to be creative. There's so much more out there. When you're expressing yourself through movement, through dance, and you're just flowing with it, that's you using your creative energy. And also when you're engaging in sexual activity and having a healthy sexuality, that is also you fostering a healthy sacral chakra that is open and receptive to the flow of energy. So these are just some of the things associated with our sacral chakra. And one way, I'm going to talk about a few ways to connect to your sexuality and your sacral chakra more deeply. But one of my favorite ways is by chanting. And I love to chant. I don't know if other people feel like I have a good voice, but I feel like I have a good voice for it. And for the sacral chakra, the chant that you want to chant, it's a Sanskrit, right? It's in Sanskrit, and it's VAM, V-A-M. So when you are chanting, you want to say you want it to sound like this. VAM. Right? And if you connect to that, to the energy, and really focus in on that area right in between your pelvic bone and your belly button, you're really going to find that connection. You're going to tune into that energy source, that creative flow, and really begin to connect to you, to yourself, right? Because that's where the seed of yourself is. So when you're connecting to your sacral chakra, you're not simply connecting to energy. You're not simply connecting to your sexuality. You're actually connecting to you, to who you are, the most intrinsic, essential part of you, right? In addition to chanting, some other ways to really boost up our sacral chakra include using stones. And this really applies for all of the chakras, but in specific, for the sacral chakra, you want to use amber. I really like amber. Carnelian is also another stone that I like to use that really helps boost that sacral chakra. Any stone that's orange really will help, but those two in specific are two stones that I recommend we all have and we use. And the way you use it is you can actually place the stone in that area. You can hold it and just visualize the energy flow from the stone to the center of energy. Some other things that we could do are pelvic circles. So seating in a seated position, you want to basically like circle your upper body, right? And that circles automatically. When you circle your upper body, it circles your hips in the opposite direction. And doing that about 5 to 6 times in each direction really does help get the energy flow happening as well. In addition to that, really connecting with your sexuality and your self-expression of your sexuality. So this in particular is, don't be so mechanical with your sexuality, right? Explore new things, be adventurous, be playful, right? Enjoy the foreplay and the cuddling and the afterplay. All of those are part of having a healthy sexuality, a healthy sexual lifestyle, well-being, and really do increase your connection to your sacral chakra and the openness of it, right? So when I talk about open or closed, our chakras are neither, right? They're not always open, they're not always closed. It's very hard to have a completely closed chakra, and it's a constant, ebb and flow, right? So one day your chakra might be fully open, and then another, the very next day might be a little less open. So really just honoring that there is an ebb and flow, but you want to stay connected to your energy system because that really is going to drive you forward, right? If you're struggling with identifying what your passion is, if you're struggling with identifying your purpose, with enthusiasm, joy, pleasure, those are definitely areas of your life that your sacral chakra can support. Also, I want to mention that the energy of your sacral chakra, regardless of your gender, is feminine energy. So you want to connect to that because that feminine energy also connects to your emotions. And if there is any type of emotional trauma, emotional blocks, things that you are not letting go of emotionally, that's also going to block up your sacral chakra. And you want to heal those. You want to let go of whatever is no longer serving you in those areas. Some signs that your chakra might be out of alignment, your sacral chakra, especially the sacral chakra, include depression, addiction, any sexual dysfunction, fear of change. That's a big one, right? When we're being creative, if you think about little children who are playing, they're not really thinking about, you know, what's coming next. They're not fearing things. They have a sense of curiosity and adventure for life. And we lose that throughout the years with social programming and schooling, but really honoring that is on a very pure level our nature, right? The self is playful. The self is passive and lunar when it comes to the sacral energy, right? So those are things you want to honor, right? If your sacral chakra is out of alignment, connecting to the moon is something that really does help as well. And we just had a new moon and the energy is still here, driving us into action and creativity. So it makes sense that to connect during this time of the year to our sacral chakra is really going to help boost our growth. It's going to help boost our manifestation of the things that we seek in this world. So those are just some of the basics, generals to do with the sacral chakra. We will continue to talk about the sacral chakra and all of the other chakras throughout, the rest of the year and next year. But I just wanted to do this one series because I know how important it is in this time of the year, right now, given the energies that are flowing in the universe, to really focus in on how to connect to your energy centers and especially how to connect to your sacral energy. Until tomorrow, I wish you all a passionate evening, a sacral evening. Love you all. Bye.